Hello, welcome to Learning Lessons with the Smart Sheet. And today we are going to study or discuss the novel of James Joyce, A Portrait of Artist as a Young Man. Okay, The Portrait of Artist as a Young Man is written by James Joyce, and James Joyce, as you know, was a modern novelist, early in modern century. Okay, early modern century. It was 20th century in the beginning, and he was famous for his technique of stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness basically was a technique first coined by William James in his book Principles of Psychology. And this technique is quite different from the concept which we usually have. Some of the students think that this technique is to have a sort of flashback when we move into the past. It is like stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness is quite different. It is the correct definition of the stream of consciousness can be the concept of past, present, and future can exist together in the consciousness of an individual as a continuous flow. I mean, the continuous flow, present, past, and future can exist together as a continuous flow in an individual's mind. Okay, this is the difference. Previously, the novels they were in a chronological form. The events, the time was in a chronological form that was presented in the previous traditional novels. So the concept of chronological time was replaced by psychic time, and this was a new concept that was used by James Joyce in his novel Ulysses 2, and there were almost 40 pages in which he has not used a single punctuation at all, and he has been described being more, sometime he moves to past, sometime present, and sometime future. So similarly in the chapter in the beginning and in chapter 5 of A Portrait of Artist as a Young Man, he also used this technique. So coming back to the novel, that is A Portrait of Artist as a Young Man, it is based on the development of a mind of the protagonist. The name of the protagonist is Stephen Dedalus. His father is Simon Dedalus, and the main character is basically this one, Stephen. And when the story begins, they are I mean, his father is trying to tell him a sort of story, and in that story he's telling him about a muko or a turkey sort of thing. And then later on there was a scene in which they had encountered with a family dinner. Okay, in the family dinner there was a political and religious dispute can is arise. We can say that there was a dispute. They started from the argument, and then the Catholicism was on one side, and the politician of the Charles Parnell, I think Parnell, was on the other side. Parnell was the political leader of Irish freedom, and on the other hand, there was Catholic Church. So Parnell was he was fighting for the freedom, but later on he was found with an affair with a woman, which Catholic Church as a rival provoked it, and he died. So on this there was a sort of dispute and discussion between continued in during the dinner between Dante was a Catholic, and the Stephen's father, he was on the side of nationalist and patriotic Charles Parnell, and the other was also his friend, was also in favor of this patriotic thing. Yeah. So later on the novel keeps on moving, and we see that there was a sort of another scene that when Stephen tries to say, then just try to express his feelings that he wanted to marry someone. The name of the girl was who was protesting, his neighbor. It was his neighbor. So all of the family reacted in a shock, and they said that eagle would come and pull out his eyes. Eagle would come and then he hide himself under the table. So that was a sort of thing that has been presented, how religion has been imposed on that. The innocence of child is presented in these lines, and he took it as a song with him, that eagle would come and pull out his eye, eagle would come and pull out his eyes. So apologize. So these sort of thing that comes into his mind in the later years too. So it is a sort of thing that has been present there. After that, he was also found in a school where he was put into. He has feared the shallowness of his fellow students, as well as some of the one of the students, he pushed him into the puddle too, in a ditch. So the sort of things, he has been the target of bullying. Later on, he joined religious movement, Father Arnold, sort of religious people. He joined, tried, who wanted Stephen to join the church, but he did not join the church, and he was of the view that he should not ever join the church. Later, although he was in the beginning, he wanted to learn, but later on he didn't learn at all about the church. He left the religion and moved to the artistic field. He wanted to be a true artist. He wanted to become a writer, and he also introduced his one of the theory of artist to art beauty. At the end of the novel, James Joyce portrays that Stephen Dedalus has come out to be a sort of person who is a true artist. He has become a writer, and he has found his theory, and he has no a true artist has no restriction of his religion, nationality, or home. So he moved to other place, and he started writing. So it was a sort of autobiographical novel. James Joyce. There were so many incidents in which we can say that James Joyce has presented his persona in Stephen Dedalus. So this was all about. Another concept which was left is, I think, of epiphany. Epiphany is a concept that a sudden profound revelation of something is called epiphany. And whenever he saw, there was an incident in the novel when he saw a beautiful girl, Emma, on the beach, and he admired the beauty. He really came to know what real beauty is, and this concept of this sudden profound revelation of beauty, or any concept, is called epiphany. And epiphany is also described in this novel. So this was all about portrait of artist as a young man. So I hope if you have any question, just share it in the comment box, so that I may answer it, and I make a video on that topic or that question. Thank you.